Alright, man, you getting a cut for your boy's wedding. We getting done today, man.
So like a low skin fade.
Okay.
I want to do like a pompadour style on the top.
Okay.
So like kind of keep it squared and the blend in like the sides to the top.
You want to keep it squared, you said?
Yeah.
Connected?
Yeah. I have a picture because I cut my own hair usually.
You cut your own hair?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
What I usually do.
Let me show
So
you. All right. Cool, man. That's what's up.
I've been watching your videos. That's how I've been learning too.
When did you start cutting your own hair?
Like 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it
but
wasn't like you figured it out in a couple videos.
Yeah, no, it's been a while.
All right, let's get started, man. Did you say you want anything off the top?
Yeah, I'll take off a little bit.
YouTube, what's going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another one of my videos. So today we have someone who came all the way from Cali, and to be fair, he came for his boy's wedding that he's a part of. But while he was in the city, he decided to come stop by and get a cut. So we're gonna hook him up. He showed me a picture of a fade that he did, and you could tell it drops in the description. He said he wanted kind of like a low fade. So we're going to do a low fade. We're going to keep a little bit of the C cup. And what I'm focused on right now, if you notice how I'm bringing my comb in and then out, is keeping that squared shape he was talking about. Now his hair, I feel like, is a little bit difficult because the hair likes to stick out. But I think that if you focus on the parietal ridge and below and keeping that squared, then we'll have enough hair there, enough shape there for the top to sit on, and everything will flow nicely. So I'm just focused on mostly, again, around the parietal ridge, which is the area that starts to curve into the top. Once we've completed that, we can go ahead and start debulking the sides. So I decided to grab my one guard open, and mostly so that I can see what I'm doing with the fade. So I'm going with the one guard open, and notice that as I go up higher, I'm going straight up off of the scalp with my clipper, doing this all the way around. And again, this is just going to allow us to be able to see what we're doing a little bit better, as opposed to just going in with the bald line and then like kind of fading, but you got hair that's overlapping and stuff, and I don't know, I just don't like doing that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start with the bald line. This is our first guideline, and we're going to go ahead and bald them out and follow up with the shaver. Notice I'm using the new Patty Cuts trimmer. It's got a rubber grip, a new DLC 2.0 blade. It's a dope trimmer, man. The guys at the shop love it. If you haven't seen the review, the unboxing, Patty Cuts actually came on the live, and we got to chat. It was a dope live. All right, and now we're using the shaver all the way around. These are the Stylecraft or Gamma shavers. They got them for both brands. Now we're going with the blade open with the Babyliss FX Clipper FXs. Blade all the way open. And this is going to be our first section that we start to blend out. So I'm going with my clipper closed, and then we're opening the lever a click every time we go up a little bit. I would say every time you go up about a quarter of an inch, you click it one time until it's blended. Hey, shout out to my cousin for this beat, man. It's a good one. Tito, you killed this one. Alright, we're going to do the same thing on this side, blade all the way open. Once we create that section about an inch, half inch to an inch up, we'll go ahead and start to blend that section out like we did on the right side. Alright, and just like that, we're going clipper all the way closed. And every time you go up about a quarter of an inch, just click it open every quarter inch. Hey. And I would say take your time, man. Take your time in each section. I wouldn't move on until it looks good, because the moment you move on and it doesn't look good, there's going to be imperfections throughout the entire cut, and you're going to be guessing, you know, what guard or you know, what notch you were on in that specific area. So it's always good just to stay organized and tackle those sections one section at a time. Alright, so at this point we're using our 1.5 guard all the way open, and we're kind of going up and just like kind of freehanding or shaping into the bulk that you see there. Once we've done that, I'm gonna skip the 1 guard and use the 1/2 guard all the way open, using a lot of corner and closing it little by little until that line that you see there is gone. So remember, we had a 1.5 guard first, 1.5 guard all the way open. So as you go up higher, what you want to do is put less pressure, lift off a little bit off the scalp, and make sure you're just using corner the higher you go up with this 1/2 guard open. And the lower that you go down, as you're fading down, you're putting more pressure and you're closing the lever 1 click at a time. Until this line that you see me attacking is gone. I think you know, sometimes when you get to the back, it could be a little bit more dense. You might have to take that 1/2 guard out just to spread the blend a little bit more in the back. All right, so now we have the number 2 guard. It's all the way closed, and we're going a little bit above where we left off with that 1.5 guard. If you can't take out a little bit of a line that's there, you just drop back down to that 1.5 guard to take it out. Guys, listen, I'm using a 3 guard here. If there's a little bit of a line between that 1.5 guard and that 3 guard, you just drop down to the 2 guard and just cut a little bit beneath where you left off with that 3. And that's with any guards. That's with any section that you're cutting. If the 1 guard isn't blending out a line, just close it. If it closed doesn't take out that line, hop down to that 1/2 guard. Sometimes you got to do trial and error, especially if it's your first time cutting that specific person. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing on this side. I'm gonna let you guys follow along. I haven't heard this beat. Notice on this side, the 1/2 guard all the way open left a little bit of a line. It didn't just kind of blend into that 1.5 guard like it did on the left side. I'm not like panicking or nothing like that, because I know I just need to grab the 1 guard, open it up, and close it little by little, trial and error a little bit, and that'll take that line out. Because remember, we tried to skip the 1 guard. It worked on the left side. It's not working on his right. And that happens with just about every cut. But I did save a little bit of time on the left side by being able to skip that 1 guard. And here we go. We got the 1 guard all the way open. Watch how that line goes away. There it is. They're looking blurry though. Had a really good conversation with him too, man, with my client in the chair here. Really dope personality. And he hadn't let somebody cut his hair in like over a year, he told me. So appreciate you, bro. Let me cut your hair. Guys, we got some crazy content coming in the next week or so. So make sure you're looking out for that. Some dope stuff. All right, so this is the biggest guard that I used the entire cut. It was at number 4. And I just kind of used that, lifting off of his scalp, just to make sure it's nice and flat on the sides. Because sometimes with this texture of hair, like I struggle getting any like the flyaways, even with clipper over comb. So I just use a number 4 guard just in case. All right, so at this point, we're gonna start connecting what wants to fall over from the top. Notice I separated the fringe. I don't want to cut the length or the shape of the fringe. I just want to make sure that the hair that wants to fall over is connected. Okay, Tito, you snap with this beat. This beat is crazy. It's that drill right here. All right, guys. So now we're gonna take a profile section right here through the middle. Notice I'm cutting the hair from longer to shorter in the back. Then we'll take another section using that middle section that we already cut as our guide. And that's gonna help us create that pompadour shape. And we're doing the same thing on his left side until you run out of hair. Then we'll take very small sections and just make sure everything looks pretty even. All right, so what I decided to do was apply a little bit of clay while it was damp. And now we're gonna blow dry the hair to the shape that we want, refine if we need to, and then line them up. He doesn't want the front of his hairline lined up, but we're gonna do the C cup and just make sure it looks good. So once I blow dried it, it just seemed like there were some spots that were a little too dark. And I want it to be gradient all the way through. So I go back and I'm just using my corners and I'm looking for dark areas that I can clean up so that we can make a nice consistent gradient look. All right. I also grabbed the hair in vertical sections and I started to just kind of break the hair up a little bit just to give it a little bit more volume. All right. And we're blow drying it while we're applying some hairspray to give it some extra hold with that clay that's already in there. Throw that little C cup on them. Detail some more. And this is still me attacking like little dark areas that I didn't like. Alright guys, so this is the before. Now check out the after. Guys, my guy came all the way from Cali, man. Mad love to Cali, bro. I hope you enjoyed the wedding. I hope you guys enjoyed the cut. And if you like it, let me know in the comments below. Smash the like button. We drop daily content on this channel. So if you like what you see, then I will see you tomorrow.